It's Madden NFL football. Super Bowl 56. We'll see Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns taking on Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
So much has happened since the Super Bowl was last in this part of the U.S. in the early 90s. The Rams and Chargers have both returned to L.A., and they've constructed this incredible new palace for football, SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. And it will be the scene tonight for Super Bowl 56. And what a matchup we have. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Cleveland Browns taking on the NFC champions, the Green Bay Packers. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand, and CD, all eyes on the AFC champs. A lot of folks out there in Ohio have waited a long time for this night. What a story. The Cleveland Browns, their first Super Bowl appearance ever.
I would say there are a lot of tears to go with that joy, right? And it's tears of appreciation, tears of patience. As you pointed out, it's been a long time. Remember, this team was 0-16 just 4 years ago. Made it to the playoffs in 2020, got the road win in Pittsburgh, and now here they are in the Super Bowl. And you have to go back to 1964 for their last NFL title, pre-Super Bowl era, when they beat the Baltimore Colts 27-0.
Meanwhile, the Packers are back. Almost 30 years, the big game is back in Los Angeles. Super Bowl 56 underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here's the Cleveland offense, and here's Baker Mayfield, former Heisman Trophy winner, ready to go at quarterback.
But he stuck it out, and he's also a guy who takes that criticism and uses it as fuel. And now he's got his Browns in the Super Bowl for the first time in franchise history.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken. Mayfield leaves it for Hunt on the draw. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Going to these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, have a chance.
Chubb will get the call, running left. Mayfield looks to throw. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And this is going to result in another first down.
Abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the...
A give running right is Chubb. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
And put the defense back on its heels.
Handoff comes to Chubb, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. It's caught by Hooper. Touchdown, Browns. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Browns are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Right, we call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical? And almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown.
On the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Parkey with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. That time a 9-play drive. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Veteran Green Bay quarterback Aaron Rodgers ready to go for drive number 1 along with the rest of this Packer offense.
And for Aaron Rodgers, this is a night that he's been waiting for a long, long time because he does have one title under his belt, but that came early in his career. Since then, he's been on so many Packer teams that have come close, but never quite gotten over the hump. Now here he is, late in his career, looking to become a 2-time Super Bowl champion.
A first down run here by Jones as he'll take it forward. Now it's Rodgers. This one complete to Devin Funchess. The sidelines in a game of this magnitude, and I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now?
And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handle winning, losing, handling all the ticket situation, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And he just to throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers from the gun. It's Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Andrew Billings in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? The amount of time to get rid of the football, they can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
On the opening drive of the ball game, it was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape. A give. This is Chubb. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interception. Hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
And on 1st down, Rodgers. And able to find 1st down is Rodgers. Now swing pass for Dillon. And they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And this defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. Funchess with a catch over the middle. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams as the first half is winding down, and the Packers have taken the lead. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So the potential could go up 2 scores.
They buzz down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
Getting down in bounds, that's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Get started. And they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission. Mayfield's throw taken in. First down throw for Mayfield. Mayfield now. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. So these two teams will head to the locker room as we hit halftime in Super Bowl 56. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. It's been a tremendous season of football, but it's not over yet. One half remains to decide who will stand on the podium with the Vince Lombardi Trophy. And to call the second half, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
The job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard.
Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Throwing is Rodgers. It's caught here.
There keeps the sticks moving.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Again to Jones. Throw. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's complete to Adam now. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Now Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And Crosby puts it through, and the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Now Mayfield, and he's got the hook up to Landry.
People on it.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. Offense backwards. On third down, Mayfield. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field.
They'll try and run some clock now with Jones.
That's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Throwing now is Rodgers. Buying time to his left. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Jones. And right side, they're going to go option here. Good. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on... Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Looking deep for Adams. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The give is to Jones. Oh, look at the juke. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And the Lombardi Trophy is going back home. The Green Bay Packers are your Super Bowl champions. For the victors, getting to hoist that Lombardi Trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. The accomplishment, forever.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.
Please don't hit my phone with that bullshit, girl. I don't wanna hear your problems, please don't cry to me. Think she say that she love me, but she got to capping. But baby, it don't matter, I'ma hit that. Please don't hit my phone with that bullshit, girl. I don't wanna hear your problems, please don't cry to me. Think she say that she love me, but she got to capping.